Alright, what's up guys? Today I'm going to be out here playing the MSUY Center, getting ready for Dog Days Open on Saturday. It's a 2-round B-Tier in Starkville, Mississippi. MPO is going to be starting on hole 10, so that's where I'm going to be starting on today. And I'll probably take 2 off the first tee and throw a few extra shots just to get the warm-up in. But we'll get right on into it. Second one's a little short. All right, coming up on these, first one was short, or second one was short. First one was also a little short, but shouldn't be too bad. Might go get a few practice putts in before taking this one. All right, got the birdie on 10, technically hole 1. So that'll put us 1 down through 1 and moving on. Hole 11 here, it's about 390 feet. We've got a little bit of a headwind, so I'm gonna probably be going up to a force. In the tournament, I've heard that this left side, the high grass, is gonna be considered OB. So I'm probably gonna be throwing a shot pretty safe here and then just taking a layup putt and a par if I'm not pretty close to the basket. About where I land every time. It's just safe play. So when I play out here at the Y Center, I kind of break the course down into 3 parts. If you're going through it normally, there's holes 1 through 5, which for us, tournament layout will be holes 2, 3, A, 4, and 5. Still the first 5 holes. Then there's holes 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then there's the back 9, which is obviously what I'm starting on today. So the back 9 is pretty scoreable. It's very open shots. Not a whole lot of OB, maybe a little bit now that they're bringing in some of this stuff from this creek, but it's a lot of chances for birdies. And going into then the front 9, which is what pros will do, or I guess most divisions will do this weekend, we'll play the front 9 second. And you have holes 1 through 5, which I would consider more park golf style. It's got some trees, got some lines to hit, but ultimately not very difficult holes. And you've got 6 through 9, which will be the finishing stretch. Those holes are a lot tougher. You can definitely run into some OB. You can run into just a lot of problems there where you're taking unnecessary bogeys. So my goal today is going to be get through the back 9, which is what I'm on now. And then those first 5, try to get as many birdies as I can. Don't go OB, don't risk anything that would give me a bogey. And then just play safe through 6 through 9. So we've got a long putt here on 11 that we're just going to lay up because I don't know if that grass behind the basket is OB. If it is OB, I would be laying this up. If not, I would probably give it a little run, but we're just going to go for it today and just going to lay it up. All right, par there on 11, not too bad. So I struggle on this course a little bit, especially on that stretch of 6 through 9. I really want to be able to put up 2 rounds that are about 8 down, averaged each. That's kind of my goal. I can usually put up a 6 down out here. I'd say that's about my average. So I'm hoping in tournament time I can make some smart decisions and execute a little bit better. And I think I should be fine. That should be in the cash line, I would hope. But I've historically kind of struggled on this course. It's just not really my style, but I still enjoy it, so we're gonna do our best. Hole 12 here is a long hole. I think it's about 650, 680 feet. Basically, there's an OB ditch running the right side. You just don't want to test that ditch out. I'm probably going to be throwing a force and just trying to put it up there safe, and then having a probably either a putter or a justice into the green from there. I could go aggressive on this tee shot because there's plenty of room, but you really don't have to bite off that much, so I'm going to be throwing an overstable force. See, that's probably about 390, 400 feet. All right, so you can get maybe a little bit better idea of what the fairway looks like here. As you can see, it's just a wide open field. There's that ditch and the high grass you gotta miss on the right side. So you can probably see why I just went overstable here. You don't really have to bite off distance. That's not the point here. You're really just trying to get yourself into a good place where you can have a consistent upshot and where you don't have to test that grass again. So again, I'm a little bit left here, but I'm totally happy with this spot. All right, we're just gonna throw just as hard to try to get it up there. Got some unfortunate ground play. That justice, it's a classic blend one, but that kind of skipped for some reason. We should have a circle's edge putt for birdie. So this is the key to this hole. Even though I went safe, overstable disc off the tee pad, didn't bite off as much distance as I wanted, I went justice on the upshot. You can see we're still got a 25 footer for birdie. There's no point in getting aggressive on this hole unless you just really go short on the first shot. So hopefully we can make this. The upshot wasn't as good as I was hoping, but that's all right. Right to left. Let's go. Okay, that was a good putt. That's going to put us 2 down through 3, so definitely happy with that. And I'm going with a Firebird here, just trying to put it right up the middle. Honestly, that's so much better than I could have even asked for. I'm really happy with that. Got a wild tumbleweed rolling through the MSUY Center. That's crazy. We're gonna pick that up, try to help clean up our course. It's running from me. There we go. Got it. Wild tumbleweed. All right, hole 14, got to get over this ditch here, going with the overstable buzz. All right, nice little 2 there. All right, hole 15. There's 2 main routes that you can take on this. You can either go really overstable fairway driver up the right side, play for a skip, or you can try to go up the middle, up the middle forehand or backhand. I'm going to try this, and then I'm also going to throw the backhand up the middle and just see which one I like better, but I'll play this one because it's... Well, for some reason my camera didn't record the first shot or the second shot. The Halo Firebird was my first shot. It's up there, I'll putt from it, but I'll show you the line with this one. Yeah. All right, so we're coming up on the first two shots that were not filmed. Here's the judge. That was my second one. Hit some limbs. It's a little high. There's the Halo Firebird. That was my first shot. That's what I'm going to putt for. And then, let's see. I don't know where the blue Firebird is. Oh, here's the blue Firebird. Just a little behind it. That birdie is going to put us at 4 down. I'm sorry that the shot was not on camera. I do pinky promise, and we don't break pinky promises. I do promise that was the shot I threw, and that's where it landed. I don't really know why the camera cut off. I had that issue back on 13 or 14 also. Anyways, Halo Firebird here. This shot, you just want to try to bite off this corner just a little bit, and then take your mid-range or fairway driver up shot from there. All right, so that shot's okay. I made one little mistake, and that is I might be a little too close to that line of trees to get over to the basket. All right, as you can see, I was correct. My shot is a little too close to these trees. I need to take a little power off of that next time. So I've got pretty much a turnover backhand if I want to try to get a birdie here. I could throw a forehand just to be safe, make sure that I get a par. I'm going to go for it today because I threw this shot pretty well yesterday. So I'm going to use this Mako 3 and just try to push it there. I've got a tailwind that's going to help me out. And that should be pretty good. I should be putting from that. So the key on this hole is really just make sure that you don't go into the trees early on the left side. That's really just no man's territory. Very bad results can come out of that. And honestly, I've played this hole so many times, I can tell you, beyond a shadow of a doubt, if your tee shot is not in a good position, sacrifice the birdie. Just go for a par on this one. I don't know how many times I've taken bogeys or double bogeys on this hole. When, I mean, just from a position like that, say I was 5 feet to the right and I was under those trees, I can throw a pitch out forehand, I can throw a pitch out backhand to get out into the open on that right side of the trees and have an easy up and down for a par, or at least a chance for a par. And it's just not worth risking trying to go all in for a birdie if you're under those trees or if you catch yourself early left. So we've got a putt here for birdie. Pretty good shot with the Mako to go 5 down. All right, that's going to put us at 5 down. That's a good start. All right, hole 17, about 300 feet on the dot. We're going to be throwing a zone because we've got a little right to left wind. Should flip up this putter line. Should flip up on the right side and just let the wind drift it over to the basket. That looked like it came up a little short. Floater. Player B making the putts. Got a little obstructed comebacker for par. All right, hole 18, this is about a 400-foot shot. Pretty much we're just going to be throwing a hyzer here, just trying to make sure it's at least safe. It should be a little bit of headwind right now. Might be tough to get up there. Just going to throw force. that's parked. All right, coming up on 18. Got a nice little tap in here. All right, so through the front 9, we are 6 down. That's really good. I enjoyed starting on, oh shoot, I'm going the wrong way. I enjoyed starting on the back 9 of the actual official layout because it allowed me to get some birdies early on. I wasn't worried about taking any bogeys. I was just able to focus on throwing the shots. So now I'm 6 down going into the tournament back 9, which is the normal course's front 9. And I've got some things to keep in mind. Stay in bounds, throw good shots, get as many birdies as I can in this first 5 holes. So I was talking about earlier, kind of splitting the course up into those 3 parts. Well, this is holes 1 through 5. So really need to try to get as many birdies here and then just play safe through the end. So this will be tournament hole 1, fairly simple hole. Pretty much I'm just gonna be throwing a justice on a skip shot low. It's really overgrown up on the high side. You could go super high spike hyzer if you really wanted to. I found that this play works best. Got a little bird in there. Should be good. Justice, skip shot. It's pretty much the play here. The only risk you run on this hole with the skip shot is going into the late right side stuff, so don't do that. We've got a little left to right wind, so I'm going to be throwing a Mako 3 and just trying to drift it over to the right the whole way. All right, my disc is going to be coated in dust, but it's up there. There we go, there's another one. That's going to put us at 8 down. Okay, well, I apologize. This hole's going to be a little hard to film. As you can see, it's pretty tight gap. Not a lot of room on the left and right of the tee pad. But I'm going to be throwing a zone here. It's up straight and up to the left a little bit. Really just want to get halfway up the fairway without getting a bad kick, and you should be getting a par on this one. Really, this is the only wooded hole out at Wise. It's a new hole. It's pretty fun. Going with putter line zone. Well, we hit a tree up in the fairway, but it's in the middle. We should be good. Consider it a little ironic. I hit the tree that says nice. I'm out here playing with myself and I still got niced. Kind of funny. But we've got an open look for the birdie still. Oh, it didn't stay. That's okay though, that was a good run. Yep, well, we're gonna be taking a par here on A, and that is totally fine. If you kick a tree and you can still get a par on this hole, there's nothing to complain about there. I will set the camera up because this putt, I probably do need to take my bag off, just be safe. All right, again, you could definitely benefit from having a big forehand here. And I think I could do it on this hole. It's wide enough open, but I've been having a lot of success throwing a backhand low route on the right side of these trees, going with this overstable buzz and just trying to get a little skip. We're just going to try that again here, and I might go ahead and throw the forehand too just to practice it so you can see it. Under it. All right, well, I left that one a little high. Try his forehand out. Honestly, that's not bad. Try one more thing. A little backhand turnover up the right side, or left. That's not bad either. All right, well, that's going to be a par. The Mako 3 was parked. Firebird was about on Circle 1's edge. So I'll probably be throwing the Mako 3 there. So that's 2 forehand dominant holes. So I'll probably be throwing Mako 3, and that's totally fine. So this one has kind of been getting in my head recently. I've not had a whole lot of success since I've been back from the summer going up the middle here. It's a fine shot, and I'll probably throw it just to practice it. But I've actually been having some success with the high backhand hyzer. It's just a little bit easier for me. So I'm gonna do that with the Hank Hill Force. Well, it got lucky through the tree. A little buzz. And that's a little long, but it's a good line. Birdie there is going to put me at 9 down, going into this hard stretch. When I get to hole 6's tee pad, I'm going to kind of explain what's going through my head at this point. Okay, so we're on to the last third of this course, hole 6, 7, 8, and 9. I'm currently sitting at 9 under, which would be absolutely great for tournament score if I was sitting there. So let me tell you what I'm kind of thinking. Hole 6 is probably one of the hardest holes on the course to birdie. It's not incredibly difficult to par, but there are some dangerous elements to it. So I'm just trying to get a par here. I've only birdied this hole myself about 3 times ever, and I've played this course over 100 times. So I'm not going for the birdie on this one, that's for sure. I've been practicing a roller here. It's just not very consistent. My forehand's feeling good today, but again, I could run into some trouble there. I'm just gonna put a backhand mid-range straight out the gap and take my upshot on this hole. So then I'm thinking going into 7, 7's also a little dangerous. So I'll make that decision on the tee there. Hole 8 is fine to go for, and 9, if I'm sitting this well, going into hole 9 on the first round at least, I'm laying that up. So we're trying to play it safe, get no bogeys. If I can get through this stretch of 4 holes, this will be a bogey-free round. So that's what we're going for, really. If I finish par, 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 par right here, I'm happy with a 9 down. So I'm gonna grab my Buzz SS, just try to get out the gap here with some distance, leave it a little bit right. And even if I kick something early, I should be okay, but this is just a consistent play for me to get out this gap. See, we came up low there, and that's totally fine. I will throw another one, because that run up, you could probably tell, was awkward. If that's in bounds, that's more like it. That's what I'm going for. Buzz SS would have drifted a little bit more right. So looking here, bad tee shot. We're going to blame that on a little bit of a weird run up. But we still got an open shot to the basket here. Just a little spike high, so we'd probably adjust this. Should be all right. All right, well, there's not a whole lot of reason to play this one out, but you can see this Buzz is way up here. Absolutely ideal for a backhand. Again, we'd rather be throwing the Buzz SS because then it'd end up about right there. We might even have a putt, but ultimately that's going to be my play. It felt safe. First shot was a little awkward. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Looks like my putter or my upshot might be down this hill a little bit. Oh, it's way down the hill. Well, that's okay. We've got a putt. All right, should go and probably take a bogey here. Well, unfortunate for, yeah, kind of a bad tee shot. It wasn't that bad. The upshot was a problem there. Definitely want to leave that upshot short rather than going long on it. So it's going to put us at 8, and that's not that bad. If that can be our only bogey for the day, I'm not upset with that because we made the correction off the tee. Okay, so this hole's tough. Low ceiling. You've got the creek running perpendicular to the hole. It's very easy to accidentally throw one in the creek. It's very tough to stick the green behind it. So right now I'm at 8 down. Got 3 holes left to play. If I'm sitting first round of the tournament, I'm sitting right here. I'm probably, for the record, I would probably be laying this up with a hyzer through this right gap, just trying to get out in the middle, take an upshot, and hopefully take a par on this hole. If I needed to go for it in the second round, I would go for it. I feel comfortable going for it with a pure, and that's what I'm going to play today in practice. I'm going to go ahead and go for it, but keeping in mind, I would be laying up. I'll throw the layup second, and that would be, if I'm 8 down in the tournament here, I would be laying it up unless I needed to catch somebody in the second round. All right, well that worked out well. We've got a putt for birdie. And then here's a layup play. Well, that was a poor layup. All right, after feeling those 2 shots, I'm really not opposed to going aggressive both times, no matter where I'm sitting at. That pure, I mean, that felt like a good shot. It felt replicable. Coming into this green on an Anheuser angle is definitely the best play. It's going to be an in-the-moment decision that I'll have to make. I feel fine with that layup, and now that that was the first time I've thrown that layup. I know, take a little power off of it. Probably could go birdie, honestly. I forget I have that. But we should be getting a birdie here today. Hopefully we can get 2 birdies on this whole Saturday. But I do actually kind of like going aggressive here, both rounds. That was just a disc catcher being a disc catcher. All right, well, we missed the birdie there. Player B got it, which player A's been getting some kind of weird chain outs, but that's fine. I mean, that was a part shot. So we're still 8 down. The only really issue on this hole is this magnolia tree on the left, kind of the one on the right, but if you can miss that, it's fine. And buzz. A little circle 2 putt. I'm right on the edge, right outside of circle 1. You know we like this putt. We got tailwind. Just gonna keep it controlled. Hopefully we can make this. Make up for that other one. Okay, well that made up for the miss on 7. So that's gonna put us back at 9. You already know we're laying up the last hole. All All right, so hole 9, really tough shot. Pretty much the only way to access a pin is a really big forehand over this left side, or you can go flex down and through there, try to get over the creek. There is a creek running perpendicular that plays OB here. There's parking lot OB, there's OB left, OB long, just a lot of OB. So I'm 9 down. I have a very low percentage of birdie in this hole. So I know for me, unless I need this to win the tournament, I will be laying this hole up. So that's the play. We'll take this Justice again. And it's parked. All right, so we shot 9 down for today. That's pretty good. That's more than I was hoping for. And I was able to pretty much play it safe coming down that final stretch. I got a good birdie on 8 after missing the birdie on 7 and taking a bogey on 6. We finished out hole 9, just playing it easy with a par, and we're pretty happy with that. So I'll do a little bit more of a recap later.